Chris Eubank versus Conor Benn is going to be a fun rematch. It's not getting the same type of hype as the first match. And to be honest, it kind of feels like they like each other. Now, I disagree with all the people saying it was an easy Eubank win in the first fight. To me, it looked like Chris was going life and death with someone he should relatively easily beat at his best. He looked like death because of the weight. And that was an absolute war, so I wonder if that took whatever he had left. He just turned 36 and has already taken a decent bit of punishment in his career. And Ben is about to be 29. I think if the weights and stipulations are the same, it highly favors Ben. Best versus best, however, Eubank destroys him. Even in the pocket, where Eubank looked slow and tired, he still slipped so many punches from Ben. When you look at some of the replays of what looked like significant punches from Ben, Chris managed to turn with them, and some landed unclean on his shoulders or neck. He still got caught multiple times, but there were some really good instinctive slips in there, which were pretty essential in saving him more energy and damage. If the weights weren't an issue, I would easily pick Eubank by decision or maybe late stoppage. He's better than Ben, more experienced, and bigger. Ben has a puncher's chance early on with his power, but once Eubank settles, I think he just cruises again and stays wary of the big shot. Ben doesn't have the technique to outbox Eubank, and doesn't have the discipline not to swing for the fences. He knows he fell short because of this. The first fight, he's acknowledged this multiple times, but as the fight drags on, we will have to see if his emotions get the best of him. On the opposite end of analyzing things, considering the weight clause, it completely changes how I see the matchup. Other factor would be seeing how Eubank looks on the scales during the weigh-in. The clips last time out were scary. Eubank took a lot of punishment in the first fight, which combined with his age and the difficult weight cut will mean it would have taken a lot out of him. He could come into the second fight shot, going through those weight conditions again, and get stopped late. Ben should perform better the second time around, as he now has that big fight experience. He's also younger and wasn't weight drained, so would have recovered from that war better than Eubank. I think that recovery was definitely on the mind of Eubank when he delayed this fight. Eubank is the better fighter, but he's really up against it this time around, and it's his own fault, agreeing to this rehydration clause. I would strongly advise against betting on this fight. Just sit back and enjoy this one. If you really insist on putting some money up, my money is on Ben, as the weight conditions are apparently the same. Would not be surprised at all if Eubank comes in completely shot due to the damage from the first fight, being at the end of his career, and having another difficult weight cut. Ben, on the other hand, should be improved the second time round, as he now has experience at this level, which he did not have previously. That being said, don't bet more than you can afford to lose. We are talking about a true toss-up with so many variables which are impossible to evaluate beforehand.
I was actually so dehydrated that one of the toenails on my big toe fell off. It actually fell off. It's grown back about halfway now, but anyway.